For the first chunk, we're going to have all of the officers so far, which are, I'm Natalia, and I'm the president. Vicky is the vice president. Sarah is the treasurer. Staley is the secretary, and Allie, who's holding the camera, is the historian.
For the internet.
For the internet, yeah. It is likely that we're going to have another officer position, and this one's going to be open to nominations and voting by members. So it'll be a student ambassador, a student, something like that. I don't think we've got a student representative. We haven't gotten the official title open quite yet. So the first thing that I was going to go over with everybody was kind of our Constitution as it stands right now. One of the goals with this club is we don't want you guys to feel like you are a member of an organization and we're just like pulling the strings and doing whatever the hell we feel like. We really want what's important to you to be covered here, and we want to make sure that whatever your needs are in an applied behavior analysis kind of way, we are meeting. So if you have any feedback, we encourage feedback. We really, really do. We want to know what you guys think should be happening. So the Constitution as it stands right now, I'm not going to go over every single section. This is all on the website if you guys are really interested in reading this closely. But it's the officers. So I already went over who the officers are. There is going to be the only requirement to be a member of this club is that you participate in some way twice a month. That's it. And that includes showing up to a meeting. This counts as participating. That includes, Vicky's gonna go over exactly all of the things that includes, but we're pretty lenient that if you have shown any sort of interest in the club whatsoever, we'll count that. It's just to kind of make sure that we don't get any members that are just joining to be able to put it, on their checklist that they've got this many organizations under their belts. So if you don't manage to do the required amount of participation, we'll just let you know. Just kind of, yes?
What are we going to be doing about this summer?
About the summer?
Yeah, as far as regular meetings.
We'll probably reduce the number of meetings that we'll have. We'll once again put out a poll to kind of see what time is going to work best for everybody. And you can participate online. So if you aren't in Reno, but you still want to be an active member, it's still something you can do as long as you've got internet access. And then if you're somewhere you don't have internet access, maybe you can call one of us and put in your 2 cents. We'll be accommodating. We're not trying to exclude anybody in this club. Okay. Let's go down. So for quorum, we need to, what we've decided is that 3 out of 5 officers need to be present for a meeting to be able to take place. I guess that'll bump up to 3 out of 6 because we're going to add that extra officer. And for an elections, all officers and a minimum of half non-office holding members must be present. We're also going to see about putting together some kind of online voting, so that way everybody that can't necessarily make it to meetings can also vote, because it's really important that who you want in charge is going to be in charge. Also, if you have, because I know that the people that kind of put this club together just got officer positions right now, if you have any problems with anybody or what they're doing as it stands, you can get rid of us. You just have to, let us know. Okay. And the only other thing is that to make amendments, 3/4 of you guys have to say it's okay. That's all that the Constitution really says. It's pretty simple. Then the next thing is typical meetings are going to be structured. First, we'll take official business, and it's going to go quick because that's not what we're here to talk about. So one of us will get up, talk about maybe a fundraiser or a meeting that we need to have, whatever. We'll try and get that out of the way as fast as possible. Then after that, we'll have an opening presentation. So the topics are something that we're going to pull, other than today because we just picked one. We haven't had an opportunity to pull these. The topics are ones that we're going to try and pull from you guys. So there'll be a little feedback form that'll go out at the end of every meeting, and one of the things is topics I'd like to have discussed. And we'll do those, whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. So first there'll be an opening presentation where I'll just kind of go over some general stuff about that topic, so that way everyone's on the same page and everyone is in a place that they will feel comfortable talking about it. And then after that, we'll have a topic of interest discussion. So based off of the presentation, we will put together kind of a big question, and it'll just be a time for us to get to hash it out and discuss and become more familiar with important things about behavior analysis. Then after that, we'll have kind of a data research time. Normally we'll be meeting somewhere where we'll have a projector so we can put stuff up. And this will be a time where if you guys have any data that you're kind of itching to get somebody to look at, or you have a research idea that you want feedback on, anything like that, this is the place for you get to put it up and get feedback and kind of have a no pressure place to work out your ideas. Then after that, we'll have a professional preparation presentation, PPP, I guess, where we'll go over topics that are important for getting into grad school, for applying to jobs, for doing research, any of these things that, like, how do I apply for undergraduate research money? How do I get a letter of recommendation? How should I go about doing this interview, things like that. So stuff that's going to be important, not necessarily right now, but it'll kind of make it where when it's time to apply for grad schools, there won't be any overwhelming feeling of not having any idea where to start. Then after that, we'll have a self-change time, a behavior self-change. We think it's really neat that these principles work on us too, so we kind of want to give everyone an opportunity. It's not required by any means, but if you want to, you can participate in either a behavior to increase or a behavior to decrease. We're going to pick one of each for the entire club, and we'll put together an intervention and try. And that's it. And then we can present our data or not present our data. These ideas are something else that we want to pull from you guys. So anything that you think would be interesting to do. I did one on reducing the number of times I say like and which is going to be just skyrocketed today, I'm sure. But those kinds of things. I mean, they can be really silly, or they could be big, I want to eat better kind of things. Then for the last chunk, we'll just fill out our evaluations, and that's it. So that is how a typical meeting is going to be structured. If you think that there's anything that's not getting covered in there that you would like to see covered, or something that we're spending time on that you don't find as interesting, let us know, and we can modify. You know, we're not infallible, and we really do want to make this as good as possible.